What's up, Lazy Dog fam? Hope everybody out there is having a great day. It's gonna rain tomorrow, Tata. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And so we got to get our onions that we pulled a couple videos ago. They've been sitting out in the garden drying. We got to get those underneath the barn so they don't get wet. And we got some other stuff we'd like to harvest before the rains come. So let's get after it. So our onions have been sitting out here several days in the sun, letting them dry before we put them underneath the barn. Now they're not as crispy as I'd like them to be normally. They're a little bit crispy there. Still a little bit of ways to go. The bottom's there, the roots are pretty crispy. But it's gonna rain. And the last thing we wanna do is let these things get wet. And I don't wanna put them underneath the barn and then haul them back out here. So it's gonna have to be good enough, should be good enough. So let's grab these things, put them in the wheelbarrow, and I'll show you where we keep them. Yep, that's a wheelbarrow. Let's get all these onions up.
Okay.
You just gonna grab one at a time?
I want a big one.
Okay, grab a big one. Just shake it off. Hit it on the ground. Look, look. Hit it on the ground like that, and then make the dirt come off. You do them like that right there, Tata. Get that dirt off of there. Oh, these smell good, don't they?
Yeah.
Make sure you get the dirt off. We don't want to leave the dirt out here. Whoa, that's a big one right there, ain't it?
I got a big one.
You got a big one?
Yeah. It's not full yet.
Alright, you got it? Can you push the wheelbarrow?
I do.
You want me to do it? Okay. Alright, we got a wheelbarrow load. Now let me show you where we're going to put them here. So this here is my storage rack I built. It sits underneath our pole barn here. Open-ended on both sides. And I just made this out of 2x4s, 4x4s, and hardware cloth. And I use this to store winter squash. You can see I still got some butternut squash left from last year. We put potatoes on here, sweet potatoes, onion and garlic, a little bit of everything. Works really good. It's in the shade. It's got good airflow. And this is where we keep all our dry vegetables. They probably do store a little bit better if you have a root cellar or something like that. But this keeps pretty well for us. Then I use the top of it there to, it's kind of dark, I don't know if you can see, keep supplies, baskets, tarps, stuff like that. So this thing is, I think it's 10 foot long, and I've got 4 different shelves on it here. So 1 at the bottom, 2, 3, 4 at the top. And you could build this however you wanted to. I left enough space here so I could reach in there good all the way to the other side. We feed the cats up here too. So this is where we're going to be putting all of our onions. Then I'm going to put the onions on this shelf right here, and save this bottom one for potatoes. Potatoes are a little dirty, so I like to put those close to the bottom so that dirt can fall to the bottom if there's any left on the potatoes. You ready to put them up there, Tata?
Yeah.
What'd you got Band-Aid for? You got boo-boo? So the way I like to do this is to start in the middle there. And I'll lay these in a line. We don't want to stack on top of one another. Well, we want them in here. We want to make sure we get the most out of our space. We can get that red one out of there. I try to keep the red ones separate from these other sweet onions. We're going to line them up like that. We'll do the same thing on the other side in the other direction. And then I'll basically come in here and put another one right here. You just kind of lay them on top of each other as far as the stems go, but not the bulbs. And once they dry out a little bit more, everything will fit in here real nice. You got me some right there, bud?
Yeah.
And let's fill up this side here first. So we're just gonna kind of like putting together a puzzle a little bit. And once these all dry off on the ends here, I'll come and clip these ends here so I can still get into that bottom rack there. And they'll usually store here for several months, sometimes up to 6 months, just depending on variety. Some of these that bolted, like this one right here where it's kind of hard, we'll eat these first because they're not going to store that well since they bolted. These ones that are good and dry, we'll eat those last. If I got them all, don't I? I think we're going to have a little bit of room there so the cats can still eat. Well, because they need to get up there and eat, otherwise the dog will eat all their food. I don't know why, that dog eats everything. Tata, can you say all right, all right, all right?
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right. That's our onion harvest, minus the ones we've already eaten. So I separated the red ones and the white ones from all the others. I did not separate the round sweet onions versus the granics or flat sweet onions. Just didn't feel like separating those out. So all those are together, and then we got the whites and the reds together. So almost took up one whole shelf here on my storage rack. Had to leave a little room for the cats to get up here and eat. But decent little onion harvest. We won't eat all these. We'll be sharing them with friends and family. But we got plenty here, and we won't be needing to buy any onions for quite a while. Grab that basket right there. Let's go get some kohlrabi, okay?
Okay.
Come on. You know where it's at?
Yeah.
So our kohlrabi here is ready to harvest. Usually we like to get these around baseball size or a little bit bigger. Some of them are a little bit bigger than a baseball. Some are a little bit smaller. We might leave some of these out here. This is a variety called Conan. This is the first time I've grown it, and it's a little more pricey than some of the OP varieties like the white Vienna, but I think it's definitely worth it. These have grown out really nicely, no cracks or anything on them, and so this hybrid variety, really happy with this variety of kohlrabi. And as far as the green kohlrabi goes, this will be the one I probably choose from here on out. We did transplant these. You can direct seed them, but I like to transplant them. So we're gonna get these bigger ones out of here and make us some more slaw. So you can just pull these out of the ground like this, but this little root tip right here is really tough. And even with a good sharp knife, sometimes it's hard to cut off of there and get it cleaned up. So what I like to do, as opposed to just pulling the whole thing out of the ground, is take some pruners.
Get this out of there.
I'm about to get it, buddy. And I like to come in here right around the base and just cut it. Like that right there.
You're about to cut my head.
Yeah, you better watch out. Your finger getting in the way. So that's how I like to harvest them, with pruners. You can pull them up and cut the root tip off if you want to.
Let me get out.
I think it's just easier with pruners. You gonna get that one?
Yeah. Wait, Dad.
Get the dirt out around it. All right, wait, hold on, let Daddy cut it. There we go. Put it in the bucket. You see a big one?
Yeah, big one.
Big one right here. See if we can get.
Let me just.
Okay, you get the dirt out from around there. I'm gonna work on this one right here. You got it? I think we can get it now. Watch your finger. There we go. There we go. Let's leave.
I see ants.
Yeah, there's ants. Be careful. Let's leave this little one right here. Okay? See this baby one?
Yeah.
We'll leave that one.
Why?
Because we'll let it grow some more. All right, we got a nice little harvest there. There's several underneath all that foliage there. You can eat the greens on these, just like collards or any other kind of green. But the bulb's kind of what we go for. Making some slaw or put it in stir fries. And if we got time at the end of this video, I'll show you how we make slaw out of these puppies. It's really good. And now for some beets. You know how to get them, Tata? Pull them up. We gotta be strong. Oh, there you go. Pretty good ones there. So these beets here don't look near as good as my no-till beets over there. I still need to tell y'all about why I think that is. These here have been getting eaten on pretty good. You can eat these leaves, but probably won't eat those. Those over in the no-till plot look a lot better. But we got some decent sized beets here. I planted these real thick because I was going for smaller beets. we're gonna do a little pickling with these, maybe even try a little fermenting. And so we're gonna go ahead and get all these out of here. I'll probably just tear the tops off of them as we harvest them, just kind of chop and drop the tops, let that.
I got a potato.
No, that's a beet, that's not a tato. That one looks good. Anyway, we'll probably just chop and drop these, let these leaves add a little organic matter to the soil. And then as far as eating the greens, we'll go for those over there another day. But let's get these out of here.
My hair.
Oh yeah, your hands will get red doing this. Look, buddy. Look, just pull them up and just twist them like that.
What?
Pull the tops off. We're not going to eat the tops on these here. That's some pretty good ones right there.
Don't float it in here.
Don't throw them in there. You don't like me doing that? Who are we going to share these beets with?
Me.
Me? You going to eat them all?
Yeah.
Surely we got to share them with somebody. Do you have any friends that like to eat beets?
Yeah. My friend love to eat beets.
Your friends love to eat beets?
Yeah. I can't find any beets.
There's a bunch of beets.
I got 3 beets.
3 beets. Just tear the tops off of them.
You do it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get these. I like these little bitty ones. We'll be able to pickle them whole, I think.
I like that big one.
Oh, you like the real big ones?
Yeah.
So back when we used to market farm, we used to transplant beets. So we just plant one plant at a time, or we'd thin them. But now we don't even thin them. We just kind of let them grow all together. You don't get real consistent size when you do it that way. But we don't need consistent size, so we're not selling them anymore. So we just plant them thick, stack them in there, take the big ones, take the little ones. You know, size, consistency is not important to you. No sense in going to the trouble and thinning them out. These look like ping pong ball beets.
Ping pong?
Ping pong ball. You know what a ping pong ball is?
Yeah.
Old Forrest Gump, he was pretty good at ping pong, wasn't he? All right, we got some pretty good mess there. Beets. There's a few runts along the row. A couple of them look like this right here. Real big leaves and everything, but just not much of a beet. Tata, you got purple hands too? Let me see. Oh, got beet hands. All right, that's the last one. Did you get them all?
I got a pink one.
Okay. Let's go range them off. So most of the stuff we grow in the garden, I only wash it right before I eat it, especially anything green, you know, spinach, collards, any kind of green. We just bag it and then wash it before we're ready to eat it, because it stores a lot better that way. You can wash it and then bag it, but you got to make sure it's pretty dry before you bag it. You leave water on it, doesn't hold very well in the fridge. The 2 things I do like to wash before I bag and put in the fridge are beets and carrots. So we use these little baskets like this, which have holes all in them. And I wash these beets off, and then I just let them sit out here in the sun a little bit and dry off completely, and then we'll bag them up. And it just makes things a little easier that way. So carrots and beets, there's probably some things I'm forgetting, but those we definitely like to wash beforehand. So I'm going to split these up. Put about half of them in here.
I want help.
And I don't think I mentioned, this is a variety called Vulture. So this is a more cylindrical beet. Not all of them got super cylindrical. Oh, stand right there.
I want help to wash it.
Okay, we're about to wash them. So you can see there, it's not like a cylindrical beet. It's real cylindrical. It's kind of like between a round beet and a cylindrical beet, but nice size on these, and looking forward to giving them a try later. Let's wash them off. You about to get wet, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, we're about to get wet. We gotta spray them down good.
Wow.
Get all that dirt off of them.
Try Mama and Abel.
No, we're not gonna spray Mama and Abram. Those look pretty clean. Yeah, let's wash these.
Get me down here.
Come on. Move! So after we get done blasting them with that high pressure water nozzle, we usually just sit the baskets up here on top of this compost storage area. I don't make compost in here. But this is where we keep the overflow when we go get a big load. It's all in the garden now. But we just set them up there and let them dry. And then we'll bag them once they dry. They usually dry pretty quick up here. They're already starting to dry a little bit. Aren't those pretty? Nice, pretty beets. And gonna do some pickling with some of those. So I promised you guys I'd try to show you how we make slaw with the kohlrabi we harvested earlier. So we've had it in the fridge for a day or so. We put almost all of our produce in these bags here. We just buy them off Amazon. They're the same thing you get kind of at the produce section at the grocery store. They work really good for storing veggies. So I got the bulbs in here. I just tie a knot at the top, poke a few holes for airflow. So let's make some slaw. So the first thing we need to do is to peel the kohlrabi. And this little vegetable peeler that we use for a lot of things doesn't work that great on the kohlrabi here. Maybe because this is a cheap one, maybe because those skins are kind of thick. So I like to just use my knife, or you could use a paring knife. And we're just gonna kind of work our way around it here. Try not to take too much of the good stuff off. I'm just going to peel it. And you kind of want to get down to the actual white part. That's the good part there to eat. And you'll know because it's a lot softer than that outer skin there. So that's pretty good right there. So let's go ahead and peel all the ones we got, then we can shred them. Okay, so we got these 5 kohlrabi bulbs here, nice and peeled. Now we need to shred them. And if you've got a fancy vegetable shredder, go for it. I'm just gonna use this guy right here. We're just gonna kind of run it along this grater right here and shred it up. And you can see there, get some nice little pieces there. Good size for slaw. We're gonna go ahead and shred all these 5 bulbs here. And then I got 2 different little recipes I want to show you that I want to try. Okay, we got it all shredded, and you can see we got a good little bit of slaw there between that bowl and this container right here from just those 5 kohlrabi bulbs. So this stuff goes a pretty long way once you shred it up. And if you've never had kohlrabi and you're wondering what it tastes like, imagine a cabbage with a little bit of turnip flavor to it, but not the bite from the turnip, just the actual flavor. It's pretty good stuff. Very cabbagey, but you also got that little root vegetable kick from the turnip in there. Makes it a great little vegetable from the garden. And you don't have to shred it up like this and make coleslaw with it. You can stir fry it. You can do a lot of different things with it. Some people just like to slice them and eat them with some salt and pepper on them. They're good that way too. Well, we're making slaw today because we got a fish fry tomorrow, and got to have coleslaw when you're frying fish. Now everybody's got their own way of making coleslaw, and you can add all kinds of different things to it. I like to keep it pretty simple. I usually don't add carrots or a lot of extra stuff, just like the cabbage or the kohlrabi that we're using. So we're going to go with kind of my traditional kohlrabi slaw recipe, and then we're going to try some with this stuff right here. I found this at the dollar store and it looked pretty good. And I was like, I might be good with some kohlrabi. Seems to have all the good ingredients there. So for this one here, we're just going to start out with some mayo, and you don't have to add as much mayo and vinegar. This stuff is kind of watery. It's not near as dry as cabbages, so you don't have to add quite as much to it. And I don't have a specific recipe. I just kind of add stuff until it tastes right. So let's get some mayo in there. Always got to have some good mayo. And then for the vinegar, I really like this stuff right here. We got this up in the mountains. We're on a camping trip, but there's several of these places within an hour or so here that make these infused vinegars, and maybe we should try making our own infused vinegar. This is a jalapeno infused vinegar, and this one tastes really good with this slaw. So I'm going to go and put the rest of this in here. I need to get some more of this. That's good stuff. And then I'm going to go in with a little celery salt. And I don't have any fresh cilantro from the garden because all my cilantro bolted. But I got some dried cilantro right here, what you just have to do. A little bit of that in there. And of course you got to have some salt and pepper. And we'll just kind of stir that around. Give it a taste. And add anything if we need to. Let's give it a little taste test here. That's pretty right there. I don't think I need to add anything to that. And the flavors will kind of intensify as this chills overnight before we eat it tomorrow. So it will only get better. Let's give this other sauce we bought here a try. See if that can hang with our normal recipe. Alright, let's try this one. That one was a good bit different, but it's pretty good. You can really taste the cilantro in there a lot more than you can that one where I added the dried cilantro. Also, you got that lime in there, it gives it a nice kick. This one would probably be better for tacos. This recipe here would probably be better with fish. So, I don't know. I like both of them. We'll definitely eat them both. And if you find you some of that sauce right there, you might want to give it a try. It's pretty good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little quick kohlrabi slaw tutorial. And if you've got any better slaw recipes out there that you think we should try, definitely put those in the comments below and we can give it a go. We still got several bulbs of kohlrabi out there in the garden we can experiment with. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you next time right here at Lazy Dog Farm.
Oh, farewell. By the beauty of your life.